Uncle C, back in the office, and in today's video I'm going to be describing exactly the things that you should do to make the companions, aka women you're interested in, actually interested in you. Now, before we dive in, one thing I have to tell you is, like you can see, I'm puffy and I'm red around the face. I am slightly sick, okay, but I'm a trooper, okay, and I want to make sure I keep you guys updated on my content, and I want to make sure that I keep you guys updated on some of the successes we've been having inside of the masculinity blueprint. And ultimately, I'm here to provide you the most value so that way you can attract the companions that you've always wanted to as well. So I showed you yesterday, right? For Q2 enrollment of the masculinity blueprint, we're capping this at 2,000 members inside of our community. Yesterday, there was 319 seats available. Let's see how many seats are available today. So today we have 1,600, I'll put it up on the screen, and 87 members. So we're gonna take 2,000, okay, minus 1,687. That would be 313. Yeah, there's 313 seats open inside of the masculinity blueprint before we close enrollment for Q2. And with that said, there's some links below if you want some of those seats available for that, so that way you can get some of the results that I'm going to be showing you guys today. Because not only am I going to go deep on this topic of the things that you can do as a guy to actually make the women that you're interested in you, but I'm going to be backing this up with real life success. Because over the past 3 years, as I've made this channel, I don't think I've given the guys inside of MBT nearly enough credit as to the amount of work that they've actually put in to make themselves who they are today. And that's what we're going to dive in to do, and I'll weave in the instructions for the topic so that way the title matches what it is that I'm going to show you. So let's dive into number one. Let's take a look at Ashvan. Okay, I'm going to put his up on the screen right now. He says, so Casey's stuff is literal programming. I have so much more confidence speaking to people, and it feels great coming off from a standpoint of high value. Conversations just flow. I had an appointment and a placement. Medical school student was there. Normally I'd be awkward and just ignore her, but today I involved her in the conversation and I could tell that she enjoyed it. I didn't move it forwards because I found out that she is not necessarily my type, although she was attractive, but it's a step ahead in the right direction, bettering my social dynamics. So look at that. Look what he was able to do. He was able to see a companion he had interest in, okay, and he was attracted, but he was able to actually screen for the personality traits if she is the type that he wants to get to know and to pursue further. I'm going to take this video in 2 points today. The very first thing that you can do to make women want to actually see you and make them wildly attracted, is you come from the standpoint of being the chooser, not just the one waiting to be chosen, okay? Look at the mentality. Look at the mentality he was able to pick up through his time inside of the masculinity blueprint. He was able to actually convey the right energy that says, hey, I have options. Maybe I do, maybe I don't, but regardless, I myself am going to come at this from the standpoint of looking at the personality traits that I want in a companion, and that's what I will pursue. That's my first. Let's take a look at the second. Here's Alexis. Alexis goes to show that an assertive guy drives the women that I'm seeing absolutely crazy, and they find me very sexy. He says in the picture below, we came to walk around the boardwalk, and yay, I'm happy, you're happy, and it's hot when you take charge. This is exactly the text message screenshot that he received from the woman that he went out on a date with, okay? Now, just take a look at that for a second. The reason why this is so attractive when a woman is able to actually see a man lead is due to the fact that it shows he has purpose and he has vision. This is something that most guys have. And the cool thing is, like, I literally have a vault. I know you can't see it, but I have a vault of over 1,000 testimonials of guys getting results like this. Because if you can control up here, if you can actually control your mindset up here, you can not only speak differently, you can carry yourself differently, you can understand how to come from the standpoint of being attractive, you ultimately know how to convey the right energy when you're around the types of companions that you're wanting. Like a whole person's mindset can completely change by controlling their brain, okay, and what they think up here. Your thoughts become your actions, and your actions were manifested by your words, and ultimately those actions become your future. You are in control and you get to pick, and that's why I think it's so cool that the guys inside of the Masculinity Blueprint, they have chosen a future that shows positivity. They've shown a future that's much better than where they were at before, and this is the exact transformational journey I'm wanting to help have you inspire and empower your life, because it's possible, and most guys don't think it is. Let's look at the next one. This one is going to be a little bit harder for me to read because it's a lot of text. But Jacob, he goes, first date win, met this girl at a bar, maintained frame, passed all the tests, didn't reply to her text message before finishing my work. First date, we kissed. Okay, this is going to stem into the point that I was talking about today, a thing that you can do that will be wildly attractive in the eyes of the companion that you're wanting. Okay, he goes, she told me that she's a good girl and I had to wait months before she would do anything else. Okay, she said that she would never do anything else for months because guys have to wait for the right moment. Yesterday on our second date, she gave me one of the best, and I'm gonna blur out this word, okay, but she gave me the best, let's just say sensations, okay, that I've ever received in my life. Just one thing, take what a girl says and cut it 10 times in terms of importance, because ultimately you get to choose the path as to where it goes. Lead everything, and I even was telling her no to almost everything when she was trying to take charge and change things. I want you fellas to work hard, save money, that's it. Thank you, Uncle C. Now, that testimonial is a little choppy because I have to blur out some words, okay? I have to change things a little bit to make it, PG, family friendly on this channel, but let's get down to the meat and beans of what that one was saying. I want you to notice something. When plans were changing on her end because of the verbal communication she was entering into with him, he was still staying his path and he was still staying his purpose, and she was along for that drive. This brings me to my second point. The second thing that you can do to ultimately make the women that you're seeing wildly attracted to you is going to be having a plan and not deviating. And what this stems into, I want you to write this down even if you're taking notes. This stems into never doing anything that you don't want to do. It's a huge mindset shift, but you'd be amazed how many guys, they consistently do things that they have no interest in doing. If the girl says, hey, we need to go here for vacation, he says, okay. She says, hey, there's a birthday party for my great aunt who I only see once a year and you have to take your whole Saturday. He goes and does it. Coming from a point where you're willing to say yes to things you do want to do and no to things you don't want to do is going to be something that most men simply just don't do. And you know what? If you're able to do that, that's going to be a trait that will actually propel you forward in more areas than not. Let's look at one more testimonial here. He says, girl pulled back and admitted that she thought I was a rebound and a one-nighter. I pulled back. She reached out 2 weeks later. Let's just say we went all night. She said she lost count of how many times let's blur out that word, but she thought it was double digits. She even jokingly wanted to be exclusive. Know your worth, fellas, whether you want a relationship or even something potentially casual. Guys, once again, the chooser, not just the one waiting to be chosen. So these are the transformations that I get to see on a day-to-day basis. And I'll be honest with you, I think it's crazy now. I've been making videos for 3 years. I've never done a series like this. I gathered a vault on my external hard drive of 1,000 screenshots of testimonials of guys totally changing their life, totally changing their interactions with their dating life, and being the type of guy they've always wanted to be. And I can't believe I've never been creative enough to think of hey, maybe I should show other guys this exact same transformative journey so that way they can be inspired. They can actually be on some sort of mission as well. So yesterday, it's funny, yesterday we were at 319. It was the first day I released this video that we're closing enrollment at the 2K mark. And then today we're at 313. So believe it or not, quarter two, right? If you look at business quarters, Q2 will be over sooner than you think, okay? And spots fill up quick because when you have a channel this size, thousands of people are going to see this video. And ultimately, if we just had 6 or 7 guys enter in yesterday, this will continue to compound. So I highly recommend, if you're wanting a true life transformation, if you're actually wanting to be the type of guy you've always wanted to be when you are dating and you want results like you're seeing up on the screen, seriously, go down and click the links below. I have a quick link that you can actually just grab MBT. I also have a link where you can watch the MBT webinar. Whichever you want to choose is totally up to you. Guys, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.